she cries. Says enjoy her every smile. You can't see in the dark. He said as we are looking back. Oh, you're still working on that? Okay.
Right.
I think they're done with the artifact. I think. Oh, still working on it. Glory to the voices in the round. Quite the impressive tower you have here, Fatebinder. It would be a shame if someone pushed you off the edge. Black Chanter grips you by a shoulder and tries to wrestle you to the edge. Break her arm? Well, yeah, why would he be doing that? You manage to twist her arm at an unnatural angle. She grins at the sound of snapped bones, and then headbutts you to break away from the fight. Dazed, she shakes her head to refocus, cradling her arm in her other hand. Oh, I wish I could say that. I've made worse decisions, but this was a bad one. Bad Noksha. She pinches her arm and squeezes her eyes shut, enduring and relishing the pain in equal measure. You looking to spar, Fatebinder? Why would you do that? Suki? I think I just heard her cry, so I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna go check. She is extremely needy. And I mean extremely needy. The sage examines the scroll, taking in every detail of his handiwork. Did you know there are 7 ways to write fire, but only 2 for water? He continues to examine the scroll without the slightest sign that he was expecting an answer. Could it be that fire has more meaning in our era? There is a short pause before he realizes you've actually approached him for something. Oh, my apologies, Fatebinder. I can be taken for a ride by my own trails of thought. I'm sure there's something you need from me. You seem fairly versed in the common language. Did you study at the Vellum Citadel? Who is this? Sage's Guild. Velas scowls and contorts his face into a tight knot. Yes, that is what it used to be called before Kairos' edict fell upon us all, taking thousands of years of knowledge and reducing it to ash. He quickly regains his composure. My apologies, Fatebinder. The wound is still fresh for many of us. Please let me be of service to you. What have you made for me? I don't have anything for you at the moment. Check back later. So he ain't got nothing. What about life loss? May I offer you the benefit of my wisdom, Fatebinder? Magic. I've got scrolls, vellum, parchment. She shakes her head. It's really more interesting once you start reading. Care to take a look? Ooh. You already know that. Okay. Some new ones here. Piercing force. Staggering force. Dang, we got a lot of sigil that we don't have. Rapid casting. Okay. Dang, that's expensive. Somewhere off the cries, he says they enjoy her every smoke. You can't see in the dark. Through the island, it goes so fast. Accent that adds the marked affliction to spells. Okay. None will understand. We are gold as in our hand. I like the idea of this, but I have to remove something else from him. Okay. Removes the recovery time after casting material force and guarded form spells. Vat. It's not even there. Material force and guarded form spells. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works, but Fatebinder Chadius Maximus. Fascinating. Such complex rites requiring numerous trained magicians carefully shaping sigils with slight variations and specific foci have historically presented difficulties when confronted by the unexpected. I am gladdened that you were able to interrupt the Earthshaker plot. Only Kairos knows what madness they had planned for that colossal stone corpse. Thank you for your response and your continued service. Fatebinder Regulus. Interrupted. Plus 45. Somewhere for Christ. Try to increase the spell strength. He cries. He said, enjoy every sound. You can't see in the dark. Wow. Early I normal goes so fast. Armor penetration.
I got it.
Filler. Okay, what's this?
Sorry.
I gotta go check on her. The mage peruses the library with an amused expression. It takes a while for her to notice you. Fate Binder? I was wondering when I would meet my patron. Voices in the rot regards you with an unreadable expression. And upon finding us languishing on the ground, the Fatefinder wondered what new madness has the voices devised today. We're drawing maps in the sand, and seeking the counsels of insects. You wouldn't believe the things they tell us about the Song of War. What do you need to know? We're busy with answers. I thought we have to go back to him. Oh, that's right. Then the tower at Dendrian's Well, the spire is being attacked by the disfavored, so we need to go over there. Totally forgot about that. Oh no. Yep. Fatebinder, put your fears to rest. Chorus reinforcements have arrived. The Crimson Spear bows with a dramatic sweep of the arm. The voices of Narat would not let an honored ally die alone on the battlefield. Certainly not when their disfavored heads the scalp. Just give us the word and the massive sculpture rumbles, shaking the masonry of the spire and setting him off balance. The orb in the center of the resonator spins with the push of some unseen force. Where the structure once exuded warmth, now it gives off a ferocious heat that singes the face. Your face the longer you stare at it. A sound like music swarms in the air around the structure, but it's painful and disharmonious to your ears. Well, this is shit, Siren has to shout over the disharmonious music. You'd think Aspire would know some better songs, but I guess there's no accounting for taste. She refocuses on you with a mixed expression. You do realize that the energies of this place are all centered on you. I don't know what makes you so special. Aspire is now fully awake. Its long dormant currents of energy dance to your presence. The tines of your spire, they quiver with arcane undulation. He taps the chin of his mask, purring softly. Exquisite, but what exactly is happening? As the ruler of this spire, I have a mystic link to this place. Give me a moment and I'll get to the bottom of this. Then listen with all your ears, can muster, Fatebinder, for I certainly hope you and the stone monolith have some supplies tucked up your sleeve. He points to the disfavored army below, preferably a very big one. a very big surprise. When I broke the edict of fire, I was flooded with an intuition of how it all works. I could try proclaiming it without Kairos' words. That is your plan? You think playing pretend overlord will save us? He waves his hand at you dismissively. By all means, shout your words to the winds. I wager every ring I have that it can't be done. Use the resonator. Well, such a bastard. Same fucking shit. Before you stands a wizened man in the courtly garb of a binder. He seems to be lost in a thoughtful examination. His gaze scrutinizing the details of the spire. He shifts his attention to you after a moment, offering a worn smile. Fatebinder Chadius Maximus, a pleasure to friendly make your acquaintance. His bow strikes you as perfunctory at best. I am Fatebinder Cesper. I understand that you have reached out to the court for a trainer. I've been provided. I've also brought wine. He lifts a clay flagon in salute. Already talked to him about this. Okay. What does he? Oh, he's he can reset your skill points. That's right. We need to hire more people here. Right? We have 2 more to hire. Wow, we got a lot of options for this one. The mystic hum of the spire pulses to the cadence of your heart. The ancient structure awaits your command. Prepare yourselves, I have an edict to proclaim. As you touch the stone structure, your sense of the moment slows, and you feel the entirety of the tears at your fingertips. The spire stands ready to channel your will. Select a region to view its current edict or to issue a new one. What? Edict of Fire brings the energy of fire to large regions of the world. This generates incredible heat, sometimes flame, as well as strengthening the powers of magic. The Edict of Stone leaches magical energy from the sky and living creatures, storing it in rocks below. The energy can lead to earthquakes and the slow petrification of the living. Crazy. Wow, this is really crazy. These edicts, the effects are no good though. That's the problem. Okay. I guess we'll have to do stone. No, how is that possible? Kairos gave you this edict, yes, to be read against the disfavored. You didn't just do that yourself. The Crimson Spirit takes a half step back. Did you? Glare silently. Oh no, the fifth five backs up slowly. That was you. Well, aren't you a deep well of surprises? His hands reach up and slowly grip the sides of his mask. Oh, this changes everything. Even the voices in the rat couldn't have seen this coming, could he? Distant shouts and roar draw the fifth eye's attention to the army amassing below. But first things first, your edict has sown fear and disorder throughout the disfavored. We must strike now, at the zenith of confusion. The fifth eye struts toward the portal with a twirl of his spear. This suffering has just begun. Join us, Fatebinder. I'd hate for you to miss the fun. This is really interesting. Well, take my name and call me Bastard Born. Do these eyes deceive me, or has the Fatebinder come to visit old Corpse Eye? Scarlet Chorus member bows to you in mockery and disdain. Well, be boss. Why do you have to be a dick? Oh shit. Ugh, they all died and turned to stone. Crazy. Sevius? A cadre of disfavored warriors lumbers into the courtyard, their movement slow, deliberate, and stilted as they compensate for the tremors that have gripped the valley at your command. What pact did you make with the traitor Archon Cairn to invoke such power? Sivius, now dressed in the regalia of the Iron Guard, steps forward. No matter. That's a question for the Earthshakers. They'll no doubt enjoy interrogating the crippled, maimed husk he'll soon become. He turns to his soldiers and lifts his hand in the air, moving in rehearsed unison. The warriors snap to formation and ready their weapons. Insufficient reputation. Awaiting Sivius' signal to charge, the soldiers start chanting, Graven Ash protects, and clap their weapons against their shields in challenge. Fools, did you not hear me proclaim that edict? Either I cast that edict by myself or did so with the Overlord's blessing. Think that through very carefully. No, that's the talk of a delusional child. On top of your other crimes, you now blaspheme Kairos, likening yourself to his power. Do not make us laugh. Sivius turns to his soldiers, looking to see who shares in his laughter. His guffers fall flat when he sees his warriors shuffle nervously in silence, their weapons trembling. Enough prattle. Advance, slay this aberration of justice, and bring glory to Graven Ash. Sivius gives the silver to attack and rushes forward with a roar. Over here. Sivius is so... why is he so... hold on. Where am I? Oh, I'm right here. Okay, oh, I'm back here. I thought these were... I thought this was Saren. Okay. God damn. And that's fifth eye. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna kill this. We gotta get the mage first. We'll use Saren's paralysis. Saren, what are you doing? Oh, I can't. I must rest. Oh, shit. Okay, Saren, go back here. Oh, yes. Is this Barrack? Lantry. Where's Barrack? Oh. Why can't I cast that? Oh, that's for Banes. Okay. Sivius is fighting me. Oh no, they got ads. I gotta get them, Barrack. That bounce is so good. And Fifth Eye is actually really fighting, unlike what was his name? Vagina last night. Oh, you're fucked, idiot. It's really dead. Look at the Iron Pigs bleed, chortling with glee. Fifth Eye spins his spear, spattering blood in wide arc. We've done it. There, stumbling over his slight tremor, he plants his spear into the ground to catch his balance. They're falling back, so much for this favored courage. Your edict of stone has them terrified. We have the courtyard under our control. Leave the cleanup duty to me and my gang. Make haste to the top of the spire. No doubt you'll want a bird's eye view of the disfavored turning tail and running in shame. Of course he has an artifact. Oh, masterwork. Two-handed, but we have an artifact. So... that's only good to be sold.
On it. Let's be off.
Pathetic helmet here. Oh, the stats is better, but Mage Band Helm is an artifact though.
Will do.
The zeal and fervor that the disfavored brought to the battle evaporate in the face of your edict, and the ease with which you dispatch their leader. Your overwhelming display of power sends panic and terror rippling through the enemy ranks. The survivors carry with them rumors that defy belief. The Tears has another Archon, one showing the power of Kairos, the power to cast edicts. Confusion sets in across the realm. Amid the whispers and misinformation, one fact remained consistent. The Overlord's power has been challenged. You safely assume that such rumors are making their way back to Kairos. Powerful earthquakes roll underfoot, the vibrations ringing your spire like a wet rag, threatening to send it crashing to the ground. Your stronghold slowly settles, the terrain only occasionally rocked by a solid tremor. Over the next few days, the land eventually returns to normal as your edict dissipates. Oh, you gather a small council of your closest allies and plan your next steps from the safety of your spire. No sooner do you get started than Callio, Fatebinder of Tunon, pays a visit bearing an important message. I keep hearing about this little spire you've been calling your own, nodding with a smirk. Fatebinder Callio peers over the edge of the tower. Now that you've slaughtered those who would take your lands, I think your claim is as official as it gets. Glare silently. No one's entirely sure what to make of you these days, Chadius Maximus. They say They all say you spoke an edict of stone, not a proclamation of an edict of stone, but your own edict of stone, your own arcane tremors. You're no mere Fatebinder, of that much we can be certain. You proclaimed and broken the Overlord's edicts perhaps one too many times. If I had known you could do this when I first met you, I'd maybe tried in earnest to kill you. See, we should have just executed this bitch. I hope for the sake of Tyrannus that the right person has inherited this gift. Yeah, I should have just cut your throat earlier. I don't know. You can kill her because the first time I played this game, at the top of the tower, after I kicked that lady off the tower, I executed her. I don't know what to make of you, Fatebinder, proclaiming and breaking the Overlord's magic, claiming these awful towers. It should come as to no surprise that an edict is within your grasp, but I still find room for surprise. You're powerful in ways that gang bosses and mages aren't. You commanded this place to you do your bidding and unleash something incredible on the world. That isn't the work of Fatebinder. If anything, it's a work of an Archon. Beastwoman will follow Alpha from here to the ends of Tyr's lands and farthest still. Will prowl deep into cold north, hunting armies of Kairos at Alpha's side. Together, Shadowhunter and Alpha will slaughter the whole Primus tribe. I don't have any idea how you're able to do this, but it isn't power that any scholar can wield. This is something else. You're not some ambitious hedge mage who learned it out of a book. You're more like an Archon, where it just comes naturally. She shakes her head with a grin. I always knew you'd be a delightful bit of trouble, but I didn't think you had a touch of the Overlord's power in you. Why didn't you tell me? We'll just glare silently. She chuckles, shaking her head at you with a grin. For a moment, I was envious of this power of yours. Then I realized I'm not the one with threat to the Overlord painted on my forehead. I come bearing orders direct from the Overlord. Kalia clears her throat, her voice becoming somber and severe. Kairos has decreed two things. First, the Overlord has demanded that one and only one Archon is fit to rule the Tiers. To that end, Archons are to settle through death or dominance. Who is the one Archon fit to inherit the Tiers? So we have to kill Tunon, huh? Interesting. Yeah, please forgive the sniffling. I can't even push anything out. It's dry enough where nothing's drilling out, but it's wet. It's one of those. I mean, not Tunon. We have to kill both uh, Graven Ash and Voices Narat. And the second decree? Kairos has decreed you are the newest Archon. Oh, Fate Vandakalia bows with exaggerated flourish. So the other Archons now have orders to control or destroy you. And the other way around. Her face becomes a beaming smile. See, this is why I try to avoid getting Kairos' attention. What if we don't fight? Why not ignore this order? What? No, I want to kill those two. I shouldn't think. I think that makes me more of an Archon. By definition, an Archon is someone who generates magic from themselves and doesn't channel the powers of others. Since I assume you cast the edict without reading the prepared words of Kairos, Otherwise, why the fuss? Archon isn't fully incorrect for what you are, but I would agree, your power is far beyond the mastery of shadows, or ice, or talking to trees, or whatever other powers Archon have shown throughout the ages. Consider for a second, the greater mystery is not why you're being considered an Archon. It's why you're being allowed a chance to live. Kalia shrugs. All I know is that the Overlord rarely improvises. Archon of Edicts? I like that. So I'm to be the Archon of Edicts? Not exactly, just Archon for now. A bit unorthodox, but that's all the information I've received. Rogalas insisted we should call you Archon of the Tears, at least in any case where we might be overheard, since Archon of Edicts could sound like denigration of the Overlord. That's true. You realize this presents a problem for me, right? My hand just writes Fatebinder Chadius Maximus out of habit. The effort will take to retrain myself to write Archon. Not sure I have the years left in me. I've heard enough, and I know what comes next. The other Archons will bend to my will or die. First step is deciding you won't bow to one of the other Archons. Kalia offers a smug nod. I wish you the best of luck in your upcoming struggle. Know that when you come for Blade and Mark and Tunon, I and the other Fatebinders won't interfere. It's for everybody, including Blade and Mark? So we're killing everyone. Let's get one thing clear. I want no part of this little contest. Fatebinder, sorry. Archon, I bow to you. The rest of you madmen can fight over the right to rule this mountainous shithole. This is for posterity's sake, so more formality, please. This power is going to your head faster than I thought possible. So be it. I, Siren, Archon of Song, hereby swear fealty to Chadius Maximus. She bows with a roll of her eyes. Happy now? A question me and the other binders have been asking. Can you do this again? Ninoval believes in you. Another who shall remain nameless takes the more cynical stance that the Overlord had a hand so far up your ass she can puppet your mouth, and you couldn't cast a second edict if you tried. She sizes you up head to toe. Me, I think you have it in you, or at least I like the idea of proclaiming an edict of yours someday. I think Raven Ash and his legion might enjoy an edict on his fortress of iron hearth in the Blade Grave. Yep, bind words to earth and sky like baited snare for this favor. Let ironclads be caught screaming in the snap-biting jaws of edict. Oh, the tears are about to get a lot more interesting with that attitude. Kalia nods with a satisfied grin, rubbing her belly. I can taste their lamentations already. This isn't the only spire that has awakened, for the lack of better word, to your presence, right? Glare silently. Consider a trip to the Blade Grave or Stalwart, as it is used to be called. That's where the Ocean Spire is located. As far as I know, you haven't claimed it. Neither has anyone else yet. With a nod, Kalia begins to make her way to the exit. When you roll Taradas, look me up. If you're successful, I know you'll be in need of a new Archon to serve. I know I'm mostly sober, but just so that we're clear, you did just issue an edict, right? Lantry taps his quill to his tongue, unsure what next to write. First you cast an edict, then this full-on war of archons. This whole chapter of the Chronicle it's reading like fiction. So Kairos has ordered all the archons to fight it out until only the strongest remain. I think we can now safely say that the Scarlet Chorus philosophy has been vindicated. A rumbling mutter stirs from under Barrack's helmet, devoid of any cogent words. Alpha birth own words of power like humans, Prima called Kairos. Is better mystic than rude mother to kills and shadow, then Stonestalker's 100 blood, then beastwoman Archon slaughtered by mark of shadows. She snorts and grins savagely. Kills and Shadow knew Alpha was most powerful human in whole of Tears lands. A curved claw taps the side of her snout. Nose was not wrong. One last thing, hesitating before she leaves. Kalia taps the parchment she's been holding to her forehead with a self-deprecating scoff. All this talk of you being the second coming of the Overlord, and I almost forgot my duties. This is a court summons from Bladen Mark to Non's assassin. I suggest you read it carefully as part of your preparations. Your survival may depend on it. Good luck, Archon. Archon, you must speak before this goes further than it already has. I know you've got a thing or two on your plate, but if you could make some time for me, a little bird has brought us some interesting news. Not have to go stabbing people without you. Kid, I take it you're aware of the Overlord's latest decree. If not, let me give it to you straight. Now's a bad time to be an Archon in the tiers, since most likely I'll be the one to cut you down. I thought I'd first explain. It's not my choice. But if it was, I would still choose to kill you. See you soon. Blade Mark, Archon of Shadows, and Court Blade. Taunt the Archon of Shadows? There. Mark I'm sorry, who are you again? Oh right, that creepy guy who stares at people from the shadows. If you want to say hello, just come talk to me already. I should thank Kairos, as the Overlord has finally unburdened me of the need to treat you like anything more than what you are, a sad little psychopath who will soon be gasping for his last breath at the end of my weapon. Did your did your predilection for children turn even the cast metal stomach of the chorus? I've often wondered what crime Tunon must have on you to keep you on such a short a leash. Of course, short leashes are ideal if the servant lives only to lick his master's feet. Sharpen your blades, freak. I'm coming for you. Because let's face it, you can't come for me before you ordered to, can you? I love that. Yeah, let's send that. Okay, he's gonna ambush me now.
Hail, mighty Archon.
Absolutes you with a nod, pounding her staff to the ground as she stands in attention.
Your newfound power runs in the face of what I thought I knew. All my life I've been told Kairos alone can issue an edict. And yet, here you are, proclaiming mastery of the lands just like the Overlord.
Perhaps there are others besides me and the Overlord.
I should certainly hope not. Taratus isn't large enough for Kairos, and it's certainly going to get very interesting if the two of you start waving your edicts to and fro.
I would have felt if someone else were proclaiming edicts. I knew when this one activated the spire. From what I know of Kairos, the Fatebinder is definitely a wrinkle in some carefully laid plans.
If anyone has cast an edict other than Kairos in the last 431 years, I'm certain we would know. There would have been witnesses and evidence that outran Kairos' march west. The sages would have heard of it.
Your newfound power runs in the face of what I thought I knew. All my life I've been told Kairos alone can issue an edict. And yet, here you are, proclaiming mastery of the lands just like the Overlord.
It's fortunate then that you're sworn to me.
Yes, fortunate indeed. I will endeavor to be worthy of the honor. Your newfound power runs in the face of what I thought I knew. All my life I've been told
I can
Kairos
replicate her
alone can
powers,
issue
but I'm
edict.
not just like
And
the
yet-
Overlord.
You mean his powers.
Fuck you, Sarah, and you're the one who said her. I mean her.
You say that now. Let's see if you still feel this way when the reality sinks in. And your mastery of this newfound power solidifies. The world now bows to your mere utterance. Each day you will grow stronger, while the world becomes weaker in comparison. Put another way, if I could do what you do, the world would be at the mercy of my depravity. Cursing the name of Ebb, Archon of Fecund Fluids. Let's hope your moral sextant isn't as crooked as my own. Your newfound power runs in the face of what I thought I knew. What is it you need?
Alright, I'm gonna stop here because I'm having the sniffles here. I don't know what happened. I'm getting sick. Something. But I'll be back in a little bit. Yeah, this is getting... I didn't expect this twist at all. See, that's the good thing about avoiding any, any and all I just noticed that the glyphs are lit up down here. So there are more than 5 spires, but there are 5 here. But around the world, there are like 10 in total, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 spires total. Okay, but yeah, that's a good thing about it, avoiding spoilers and stuff. And that's the blessing, the silver lining of streaming to yourself, because nobody's coming here and hinting and all that. That's always a turn off for me when I'm watching somebody stream and then somebody would say something they think is smart, because the streamer doesn't know anything about, like, if it's a plot driven game, and they would say something, they thought they're so smart, they would mention something that spoils the game without really spoiling, without making it, but it's you normally would notice what the person's doing, because they think they're so smart, but they're not, because it's very obvious what they're trying to do, because who would come up with those things, I just watched somebody played something a couple of nights ago, and then this person's already hinted what's coming next, and I was just like, okay, I need to stop watching now. Because that's just, and part of the reason, I think, definitely part of the reason why I think I turn off viewers is because I don't allow that shit to happen while I'm streaming, but unless the only way that you can not get shit like that is when you're so popular that your chat just scrolls up, without you noticing people saying anything, because the most popular streamers, they're immune to, like, people trying to be smart about spoilers. But yeah, I just can't tolerate that, I paid good money for these games, or I want to enjoy them, I want to play them on my own terms, and people just think they can just come in and just say spoiler stuff, it's disgusting. But anyway, I think I like this current setup that I have with coming back to Twitch to stream, knowing that I will never get a viewer. Yeah, because at this point, there's no viewers watching this channel, especially now that I'm even streaming in, like, super ultra wide because of my monitor. Yeah, as soon as they see the video, then they'll just run away. At this point, no one is watching me play games on Twitch, so this actually works. The reason why I quit streaming a couple of months ago, what was it, 5 months ago, and started doing local recordings, because I was done with all the crap that I get streaming alone. I mean, the art sellers and the stream managers, they're very annoying. But what I've learned when I came back, because the problem with recording offline is sometimes I have issues with that, so I would just use Twitch again to just record. So of course when I came back, they started coming to my channel. They normally come in with a specific script, so I was able to write down a lot of them and then added them to my moderated lines that can't
My
be.
armor isn't getting any cleaner standing here.
It's never gonna be clean, Miss Barrick. I knew that when they come in, they use these variations of scripts. So I added that to my blocked messages, list of blocked messages, and I think they still come in and try, but whenever they type that in, it's just not showing in my chat because it's getting blocked. It's getting auto blocked. So I think it's working. There's, like I said, there's nobody here, and that's okay. I'm just doing this for myself. I'm recording all my gameplay. I'm gonna just keep them on, and then now I'm also reducing my workload. Like with the streaming stuff, I don't have to upload them to YouTube. I don't have to do double things The problem with local recording, I like to use like the NVIDIA shadow recording, but then with the NVIDIA app, you can't even do watermark anymore. So I have to add that in after post, you know, and then it takes a while for it to, especially if I play it for a couple of hours. And then I started using OBS again, and then still that's recording it, looking for the file, uploading it to YouTube, work. Now all I have to do is just stream on Twitch, upload my my thumbnail, and that's it. So I think I'm back. I'm back to just streaming to myself, by my playing games by myself, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm pretty happy with how everything's going right now. So yeah, I'll be back a little later.